one of the most life-changing beginnings of a cycle so extraordinary that when you exit it in a good few years' time, you'll be like, wow. It'll almost be like your previous life from the 7th of July backwards will be like a past life. You know, it's going to be so extreme. I'm married to a Gemini. I'd be very interested to see how it all plays out for her. It is going to be, I mean, I don't even know what it's going to be because it involves Uranus, the planet of the unpredictable. So basically, anything stable or anything that you considered set in stone in your belief system, even in your external life, gets shaken up. Now, you, I don't think, are going to mind this energy. I think you might enjoy the wild ride because out of all the signs, you think on your feet. You can go here, you can go there, you can duck, you can dive, you can change direction. So this is going to be an awfully big adventure for you. But it's not for the faint-hearted because it's, as I say, it's going to be extraordinary. It's like life, it's all like you could like going to a different planet. I hope and I believe it's going to be a planet that you adore because particularly if you're a bored Gemini, you're going to be shaken out of that boredom. You're going to be given brilliant ideas, unexpected ideas, extraordinary situations which maybe initially make no sense to you, but there is hopefully a bigger plan. You could end up having a genius idea that just completely transforms your life, hopefully brings you great abundance, happiness, extraordinary, surprising experiences that just lead you into new directions. And it starts this month. And you're being urged, because Venus is also entering your sign this month, to really pay attention to what you love, but to also broaden your horizons about what love is and your relationship with yourself, actually. You know, how are you feeling about you, darling? How are you feeling about you? Do you trust yourself, actually? Do you trust the decisions you make? Because it's super important that you build a strong relationship with yourself because you're going on an adventure with you. And the decisions that you make have to be made in a split second. There isn't even any time to ask other people. You've got to be able to navigate the next few years by really having this complete trust in your instincts, in your intellect, and most importantly, your intuition. But it's going to be a wild ride. I think you're going to love it. Throw yourself into it, chuck yourself right in, and open yourself up to new experiences every single day. And you should get unless you don't, I mean, when I say gentle ride, it's, you know, you'd be bobbing along rather than being on the rapids of transformation. Now, actually, if you're a typical Gemini, you won't be alarmed by what I'm saying at all. You'll be like, bring it on, Michelle. Yeah, baby, I am ready. I was born ready. And thank goodness for that. There's some excitement coming my way. Interesting. If I were you, I'd keep a journal, particularly of ideas, anything that comes to you. Also, definitely write a manifesting journal and be spontaneous. If you spontaneously have a desire, write it down, but do check back to make sure you want it because it could just happen, boom, like that, out of the blue. So important, Gemini, to pay specific attention to this massive, exciting shift in energy because in November, it goes back to Taurus until April. So in a way, you're given, I wouldn't say it's a reprieve, but you'll be able to see how you've dealt with and what you've dealt with between now and November. And it's super important that you look at it and think, you know, with all the excitement, with all the changes, is this what I want? How can I not lead, but how can I dance with this energy in the best way? So it's a moment of pause to go, wow, that energy is far out. Come April, how am I going to use it? Now, Neptune is going retrograde on the 4th, around the 4th anyway, and we're also have Venus entering your sign, and you are going through an experience of thinking, what do I want to commit to? And you will be thinking about, or maybe even seeing people from your past pop up, thinking about commitments you made to groups of people in the past. I bet if you look back 10 years, 20 years, depending on how old you are, every decade, or every 5 years if you're younger, and go, wow, you know, am I still close to those people I was hanging around with? Do I have those same values? And you're blossoming. You are sparkling and blossoming and dazzling into a new being that has new ideas, and you will find who and what you want to commit to. And you may actually launch something online. Do it quick because Mercury goes retrograde, your ruler, this month, that you feel very comfortable with, very excited by, very touched by. You find your people in some way. We have Venus sextile Saturn and Venus sextile Neptune. So there will be signs, darling. There will be intuitive synchronicities coming your way, guiding you into your future. You're very connected. And I would definitely do manifesting seriously. Take it seriously. Do it playfully. Know it's going to happen. Do all the things. But make sure that you do it, because you've got extra fizz when it comes to manifesting. Venus is trine Pluto as well on July the 7th. Big day for you. So there are instant changes and opportunities. I reckon an adventure is going to beckon in July. Unexpected adventure. The full moon in Capricorn might get quite intense. Don't forget, you're still reeling from the energy, which is so intense and powerful. You're like, whoa, what is going on? But you have this amazing, intense emotions rising up from the surface. Perhaps things that you've buried. You know, it's this full moon is very primal for you. You know, sex, obsession, desire, life, death, rebirth, whatever pokes your buttons. Jealousy, you know, money, how powerful you feel, how powerless you feel. So if you feel quite sort of emotional, not quite yourself, look at what's coming up. Again, journal it out. Don't bury it. There's no time for that. Use it as fuel. Use it as fertilizer, you know, and go forward with it. Trusting yourself. Keyword, not just for this month, but for every month upcoming. Mercury is going retrograde on the 18th. And actually, you know, somebody might get in touch with you who, out of the blue, who had an impact on your life in some way. And it'll be interesting. Now, again, Mercury is retrograde. Do not be hoodwinked. Do not be tempted by something that's not for you. You haven't got any time to go backwards because Uranus is dragging you here, there, and everywhere. The sun is sextile Uranus, so on July the 3rd, you'll be given something pleasurable, I hope, and delightful that's going to make you go, I'm liking this ride. So look out for that on the 23rd. You might find that you're having to be assertive, particularly with family or anybody you live with, or perhaps a landlord or land they, because there is this sense of home and individuality. How that plays out, I don't know. But you're also thinking, who am I and how do I identify with where I'm living? How do I identify with where I am right now in the world? And there will be something helping you on the way, but you might find yourself, you know, dealing with conflict, dealing with a battle to get that security. But I believe that you will come out on top. New moon in Leo is opposing Pluto, but also trine Saturn and Neptune. So that's a very interesting portal. I always see new moons as portals. You open into it. It's a new beginning. It's a new energy. It's a new vibration. It's about letting go and planting seeds. So don't hang on to anything. Let go, let go, let go. And think about what you want and how you're going to get there and ask the universe to help you. But there will be, you suddenly realize what you want to commit to. And also you're going to find the words to put your dreams, which may have been nebulous, may have not been fully formed before. And now you're like, I get it. And excitement comes. Venus leaves your sign and goes into Cancer, but that's not bad news, because when Venus leaves our sign, it goes into the next energy level for us, which is about security and new foundations, laying strong foundations. So that's very, very exciting. Venus is bringing you this moment of feeling settled. So make the most of that. And also maybe a big old gift. I mean, doesn't get any more exciting and thrilling. I would love to know over the coming weeks how you're finding it. Please do let me know. It's very interesting. You take care, gorgeous. Pop over and visit me on Instagram at Michele Knight, where I do a lot of daily content. So much love. And you meet my donkeys. So much love.
I like to class a reading as an oasis for the soul, time out where we can really spoil ourselves.
When someone comes online, I'm already there. Their energy straight away goes whoosh and the messages start.
We need happiness in our lives, we need joy, we need love, and these things shouldn't be so elusive. They should come to us as our birthright, and I want people to have that, to give them the ability to go directly to their dreams.
This work is incredible, it's joyful, it means so much that I'm able to give that gift to somebody.
I'll be looking at the obstacles in your life, but also the opportunities. I'd like to be the person that's going to straighten your crown for you.
It's very important for me that the client feels spirit with them and gives some validations. So it was a psychic reading.
It's been able to help somebody have a map back to where they've got lost from.